Hey cat, how are you? It's a cat. Cat. Didn't do anything. Doesn't like me. Meow. Okay, that was a brief interaction with the cat. Okay, going to make this short video about just an observation. Okay, just a basic observation. I don't know if you can call it a rant. It's with regards to these clients and customers who speak to me from Dubai, you know. And I guess it's applicable for people around the world. Now, you know, whenever I speak to my client age group is 30s to 50s, okay? And most of the people who are in their 50s are at a pretty senior level. You can clearly make out they've reached the pinnacle of their career and they have another solid 10 more years before they have to retire. Okay, because after 60, most of the Middle East countries, they don't renew your visa or they don't give you a visa unless, of course, you're some really high profile position like a CEO or, you know, the sheikh knows you very well or the owner is influential. And if that is not the case, people know that after 60, nobody wants to employ them, generally. So my age group is 30 to 50. So whenever I speak to these guys, especially the ones who are in their 40s and 50s, I always ask them the question, like, if you were to lose your job, what would you do? I'm not talking of the ones who have lost their job and searching for a job. I'm talking about the ones who have a job, but then they want to improve on their resume. Fine, so I do the work. Some of them want to prepare for interview skills for an upcoming interview. Some just want a brand overhaul. And then there are others who are just very curious about, okay, what is your services? What do you do? So these guys who, you know, who I speak to, who have a job, pretty okay, I always ask them this question, if you lose your job, what would you do? Now, first let me answer for me. Obviously, I'm not employed by somebody. Okay, I'm not employed by somebody. I'm doing my own online business. Okay. Now, this will continue. People have asked me, okay, if Thailand tells you you can't be in Thailand, well, obviously go to India. So my online presence will continue forever, and the benefit is, it is my own brand. It is Loy Machedo. Okay. Now, here the problem is, these guys who are working for employers, who are working for somebody else, it is not their brand that they're working on. They're working, let's say, for Coca-Cola, or they're working for, let's say, Union National Bank, or they're working for, let's say, Imar Properties. Okay? So they generally work for a company. Now, when they work for a company, when you lose your job, you have to go and apply for another job. So what happens is, you go around applying for jobs, you go around, you know, going to every company, hey, this is my profile, this is my resume, this is what I do. But now here the problem, what happens is, if you are applying for a job, it's not just you. There are another 10 to 20 people who are applying along with you. And then you do not know who's your competition. You do not know how many years experience they have. You do not know how good or bad their resume looks like. You do not know what are his credentials, what are his achievements. You don't know at the interview how well he's going to do or how badly he's going to do. You don't know what he has negotiated. So it's a gamble. It's shooting in the dark. Shooting in the dark and hoping that you stand out. And you impress the management so much, they're like, fuck, you're the guy. But now where the problem takes place is, each guy likes to exaggerate his achievements, his credentials, his portfolio, what he has done. They always like to give bullshit, you know. Nobody tells you exactly how it is. Nobody tells the truth. Yes, it's understood that you don't want to, you know, state your explicit bad points. You got a temper, or you never achieved your target, or you're distracted with women, or you're gossipy. Nobody reveals those kind of traits. I don't expect. But then, if you have achieved 100, people normally say 110. If you have done 110, you say 150. And then there are some others who explicitly lie. If they're 100, they'll say, I did 1,000. Now, yes, in a way it is necessary to bullshit, because being honest will not get you anywhere. That's how the world is. If Apple were to be honest with their products, none of the iPhones would sell. You know, they can't say it's the same old product, just we have changed the camera settings. No, they say it's the best ever iPhone ever created. It's the greatest. You know, they'll make it sound as if it's the 8th wonder of the world or 9th wonder. It's like never before. All they're doing is some bullshit, you know, just changing a fucking strap, or just the size of the emoji, or just the camera is improved a little bit, but they'll make it sound, oh wow, the experience is all the bullshit. So everyone does that. But where the problem happens is when I ask them, what would you do if you lose your job? Almost every single time the answer is, number one, yeah, I'll search for another job. Okay. Second one is, oh, I'll go back to my home country. Okay. And the third one is, yeah, I'll start a business. So then when I ask them, okay, search for another job, or migrate to another country, or start your own, do you know the challenges? They'll give you the standard answer, yeah, it'll be tough, but you know, life goes on. See, I'm not going to start lecturing you on the nuances for a business, or the tough bits that you have to face when you go to your home country, or the challenges of facing another job. What I want to tell you is, if you know this is what you have to do, why don't you start doing it now, so that you sharpen your skills, and by the time the transition phase is about to begin, by that time you already have achieved a certain level of mastery. Like, if you know that, okay, I would be inclined to start a business, I'm not saying invest $500,000 or something, or 200,000. Start something small. Do something small. If you know that, okay, I would go back home, why don't you start ensuring everything is stabilized, your house, your everything, and start putting your CVs back home, and see, do you get any response? See if people actually respond to you. Network with people. Change your LinkedIn profile strategy. Or, you know, if you're looking out for another job and you know that you'll search for another job, at least put your CV, at least get some responses, at least know what is the market response, at least go through an evaluation, at least go through a consulting process. Have a strategy, you know, do it now. Don't wait until it happens, because after it happens, then you'll be in desperation. But the only exception to the rule here is, if you have, let's say, $500,000 in the bank, or you have 1 year's salary comfortably kept 1 year, and you don't have to worry. Okay, fine. Then don't even bother what I'm saying. But if you don't have 12 months hard-earned liquid money, cash in excess, boss, you need to get off your, you know, lazy ass, your comfortable rear end, and start now. Because, see, we always like to believe bad things will happen to somebody else, not to me. The accident will take place to him, will happen to him. The explosion happened to him. The death in the family happened to him. The fire will happen to them. They never think that, oh, it'll happen to me. Ask those people with whom tragedies have taken place, from a fire to a tornado to an airplane crash to an accident to a surgery botch to a heart attack. You can be rest assured, almost all of them, almost all, never thought it would happen to them. Ask any guy who smokes, drinks, does drugs, or is in jail. Almost all of them believed bad things would happen to someone else, not to them. So the purpose of this video is just to tell you, see, listen, not trying to scare you, but you need to be realistic. So whatever is your strategy, if it is going back home to India or Pakistan or US or UK, or it is, you'll search for a new job, or it is, start your own business, do it now. Do it now when you have the resources. Don't wait until it's too late. Because after it's too late, trust me, it's too late. So if you do it now, great, you're safe. Don't do it now. You're just bullshitting yourself and hoping that bad things happen to somebody else and not to you. So this is what I want to tell you. But end of the day, I guess you can't change people. Bad habits die last, And that is why I don't feel sorry for people who come to me, oh, I lost my job, oh, these are. Just shut up. You're enjoying life. And now if a tragedy took place, you have to pay the price for it. So think about what I said and see if it added any value. If you think I'm right, put it now. Remember this much. If a student prepares for exam before the day the exam comes, then shouldn't it have the same common sense with you and your life? Alright? Chill. It's me signing off. You guys take care.